Hi guys, thanks for tuning this episode of Nick Egan Times. On this episode, we have an incredible guest. We have Brie Nightwood. Brie Nightwood is an American content creator, YouTuber, Instagram star, and model. Brie rose to fame and came into the limelight after becoming one of the most earning personalities on the subscription-based platform named OnlyFans. Initially, Brie shares her personal and exclusive 18 plus content on her OnlyFans account and entertains her fans as well as increasing her popularity. Welcome, Brie, and thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How's it all been going over there?
It's pretty good. I do have COVID, but besides that, I'm fine.
Oh, that's no good. Are you all right? Like, has it affected you?
And I'm vaccinated, so the symptoms are really mild, but I'll survive.
Cool. And how has the pandemic affected you personally and professionally since it's begun?
um, Honestly, in a twisted way, I guess it's kind of helped my career just because, everyone's at home, everyone's curious about OnlyFans because like it was all over the media. Even like Beyonce released a song during the pandemic that, cited OnlyFans. So naturally there's just a lot of like a huge audience that was driven there. So it made it a lot easier to build a following than probably if I started at a different time. But yeah, it's still, even though the pandemic has, lessened, business is still booming and things are going well.
Amazing. All right, let's jump straight into it. Take us back. Tell me about growing up and what that was like for you.
So I grew up with an interest in tech at first. Um, I would actually code softwares in AppleScript and sell them like when I was like 12 to 16-ish. Then I started a little jewelry business from when I was like 17 to 18. And when I turned 18, that's when I started messing around in the adult industry and I started doing cam shows. And one thing just led to another, and like the natural progression led me to OnlyFans.
Wow, that's incredible. And tell me about your OnlyFans career. And you're in the 0.01% of the world. That's incredible.
Thank you. But yeah, rank does fluctuate. But overall, it's been amazing. Like I'm so fortunate to have this opportunity and also to help others get involved with it. I have a business called Nightwood Media, and one of the things that we do, we hire assistants and train them. And then we pair them to a model who's needing an assistant. Because at a certain point in the OnlyFans career, you just can't do everything yourself. It's impossible, especially when you have thousands and thousands of fans. It's just overwhelming. So models come to me and they pay me a pairing fee and I get them set up with a compatible assistant.
Wow, that's incredible. And tell me about your YouTube and the momentum of that and going viral with everything relating to that.
Um, it's actually been a while since I made a vid. I blew up in like the ASMR scene. I like literally only have like 5 videos up, and the only ones that are popular are my ASMR vids. But what I did is I directed that traffic to my OnlyFans, and now I do naughty ASMR there. So I've been like purposely not posting on YouTube, so that way people, will come to my OnlyFans if they want more of that. I will end up posting to YouTube again when the traffic dies down from my current ASMR videos. But yeah.
Cool. And does your family and friends know about what you do?
Yes. So my my dad accidentally found my Twitter. And at the time, my Twitter, it was like full explicit and it was bad, very bad. But surprisingly, like, so I grew up really, really, really strict. Like, I couldn't even see PG-13 movies till I was an adult, like that strict. So they surprisingly took it really well, especially when I told them how much money I'm making and how I was able to, turn that into Nightwood Media, for example. So they're actually, yeah, they're pretty supportive, and all my friends know too.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And what inspires you to do this? What makes you get up in the morning and yeah, what inspires you generally to do this as well?
Of course, the money is a great factor because I'm trying to make as much and save as much as possible. Um, but I don't know, I just really like the freedom that it gives me, the flexibility. Like ever since I was as young as I could remember, I never wanted to have to work for anybody else. Like, I wanted to be my own boss and set my own hours. And this was a great opportunity that let me do exactly that.
Awesome. And what's the best advice you've received?
Ooh, that's a good question. Best advice. So definitely like save your money, but that's a given. I feel like I'm always the one giving out advice because when I started in this, no one actually really helped me, and I had to find out everything by myself. Um, and so, yeah, that's a major reason why I started Nightwood Media, so that way I could help people get to my level because no one was there, like to even like I didn't even know. So Telegram is a major networking platform where we discuss promo, shout out for shout out, everything, behind the scenes of OnlyFans. And I was literally on OnlyFans for a year until I knew that was a thing. And that was like a major thing I was missing out on. And no one told me, so just going through that is a major reason why I choose to do what I do with Nightwood Media.
Do you ever get nervous?
Nervous of what?
Of posting the
Exactly.
content or anything anything relating to what you're doing?
First, like, because I started, like I said, with camming, and being live is way more nerve-wracking than being able to take my own pictures, like maybe edit the content the way I want and post it because I have more control. So I'm not nervous with like releasing my OnlyFans content, especially now since everyone I know knows that I do it. So I got over that. But yeah, at first, definitely like camming, I was a bit nervous with it.
Cool. And what advice would you give to anybody that's thinking of getting into the industry or doing it? What would you tell them?
I tell them to make sure that they really, really want to commit to this. And also tell them that people will find out. Like, it's kind of inevitable unless you want to go full faceless. But even as a faceless creator, there have been instances to where they have been doxxed to their family, which means like exposed. So yeah, make sure you're okay with everyone seeing your butthole. But what else? I'd also recommend to do a lot of research first before actually making the page. Know exactly what you're getting into because I feel like so many people have the misconception that it's just, oh, I take a titty pic and now I'm a millionaire, and it is nothing like that at all.
Yeah, cool. And tell me about, have you had any mentors? Have you met anybody along the way that's helped you progress your career?
So I was with an agency before I started my own sexting agency, and I got to meet a lot of girls who are also OnlyFans creators at these content events. So that was very inspiring, and I learned a lot of tricks from them that I would have never known. And just to have that face-to-face interaction was amazing because it can feel really isolating in this industry if you don't have friends that are also in it. And that was the case for me until, I started networking and traveling more. But yeah, it's nice to be able to share the same struggles with each other and discuss all the things that we go through.
Yeah, cool. And what have been some of the key learnings that stand out for you from where you first started to where you are now? What are the things that you've learned?
Um, that it takes a lot of time to make it a stable career. That's one, because like I said, going into it, lots of people think that boom, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Just, but also like just how much networking is involved in it because I didn't realize at first when I first got started that it was a full-time business and marketing job, and you're also your own photographer in a lot of cases, your own editor. So it's a job that requires so many different skills.
Yeah, cool. That's great. And what are your hobbies and passions aside from your industry and what you do? What do you like to do on your downtime?
I love video games. I'm a video game nerd. Elden Ring is my favorite right now. And I love to go to raves and festivals, like EDC. And also like to cook sometimes. Yeah, those are the main things I do outside. I feel like I'm always working. So I don't really get too much free time, but when I do, I like go big. Like I'm gonna go to a festival, you know.
Yeah, cool. And if you were 18 again, and you could go back in time and you could change something, what would you change?
I don't think I'd change anything because the exact course of action that I took is where I'm at now. And like, who knows, maybe one little difference could, you know, result in me being somewhere completely different right now.
Yeah, that's great insights. And where do you see yourself in the future? What does the future look like for you?
I definitely want to diversify my income more. I just started um, getting involved with real estate. So maybe like in my late 20s, 30s, I'll, you know, focus more on that. I'll still have like my OnlyFans, of course, assuming OnlyFans is still a thing. I'm assuming it will be, at least online sex work. And I'm also involved with a company called Unlocked XX. I am a co-owner, and it's another platform just like OnlyFans. But so it's like brand new, but we have the potential right now to be even bigger and better because we have a lot of unique features. So if that really takes off, then um yeah, I think I'll definitely buy a lot of properties with the money, and I don't know, just keep prospering and building my portfolios.
That's incredible, Brie. Brie, thanks for coming on the podcast. I do appreciate it.
No
You've
problem.
done amazing work, and yeah, like I wish you nothing but the best in the future.
Thank you so much again for having me.
You're welcome.